Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB baseball preview and predictions for a Friday, TGIF, July 23rd. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your weekend. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Follow the top baseball pickers right now at bullpenpicks.com, and your leaders are Wayne Majar, 764, Sean Zunjeff at 761, and there's old Ed Musk, 757, and those are your top baseball pickers right now at bullpenpicks.com. All right, let's take a look at the SBI, the Sports Betting Index. You see a little bit of red here. That means we're in a bear market for the totals. And if you look at the last 3 days, the under has come in at 59.7%. And you look at the record yesterday on the one-day average, it was 6-2-1 to the under. So a lot of scoring games last night in the bigs. And looking at the favorites, 7-2 for the favorites. We are in a zigzag theory right now. The last 4 days when it comes to betting favorites and underdogs. Favorites won last night, and the day before that was the underdogs. And if you look at the 7-day average, we are now 54% favorites, 46% underdogs. But on the 3-day average, we are 60.7% bullish on the favorites. But because we're in a neutral market, that means you can fire away on your money management. If we're ever in a bullish or bearish market, I like to scale down my units because you just don't know when that reversal of dogs or favorites are going to keep going, right? All right, let's kick it off today at Wrigley, and let's see where the wind is blowing in. You don't need to be a weatherman to know where the wind's blowing in. All you need to do is follow the odds, and when you see a total of 10, that's a pretty good indication the wind's going to be blowing out today at Wrigley. In fact, the Zach Davies is going to start against Zach Gallen. The Cubbies, a 134 favorite. The over-under set at 10. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with the Cubbies in this one. 8.38 to 6.38. The over-under at 14.76. Zach Gallen is 1-4 in the season, ERA of 3.86, and for Zach Davies, 5-6 on the year, ERA of 4.35. And when Arizona's an underdog in their last 10 games, 3-7 straight up. But check out their road underdog record last 10, 2-8 straight up, but 7-3 to the over. So maybe the over is something you want to consider here. And don't look now, but Arizona on a 4-game win streak, and we'll see if they can make it 5 today at Wrigley. All right, Atlanta taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Good old Charlie Morton got us the win there yesterday. In fact, we cashed our 2-team parlay with Atlanta and Cincinnati yesterday here at the Raymond Report. And now we're going to see if Max Fried could get the Braves in a 2-game win streak. And they're going to take on Zach Wheeler of the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, look at last night's game. 7-2 final for the Braves. Now, 150 favorite here is the line on the Phillies. The over-under is set here at 7.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with the Braves. 6 to 5.35. The over-under at 11.35. 75% chance of winning here today for the Phillies on the Raymond Report chance of law of average theory. And the last 5 games now for the Phillies have gone over the total. And when I look at their record here as a favorite, the last 10 games, 70% of those games have gone over the total. So another maybe a high-scoring game here today at Citizens Bank Park. All right, Washington taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Now the Orioles, don't look now, but man, they're not doing really good at home as a home dog. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games as a home dog, 8-2 to the over. And the Washington Nationals, man, they're getting hot just on time. They are 9-1 as a favorite in their last 10. Now, you got Patrick Corbin up against George Lopez here today for the Orioles. And looking at the computer pick, we're going to lean with the Nationals, the team that's won 90% of their games as a favorite in the last 10. 5.7 to 3.9, the over-under at 9.68. And looking at some of the stats here, last 2 games have been a loss here for the Orioles. And my line on the game, I had the Nationals at plus 138, so you can see they're a bit overvalued here today. Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Mets. Should be a good weekend here. If you are in New York, you're going to see a young, dynamic team here in the Toronto Blue Jays. Steven Matz, former Mets here, going to go up against Tyler McGill of Better Call Saul right there. And when McGill goes for the Mets, they are 4-1 in his starts. And Steven Matz, when he goes for the Blue Jays, 8-8 in his starts, 9-6-1 to the over. Bookmakers got them as a pick and price. Over-under set 8.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Toronto Blue Jays. 4.6 to 3.6. The over-under is set here at 8.29. Looking at today's starting pitchers for the Toronto Blue Jays, and Steven Matz here, 8-4 overall this season, but the Blue Jays are 8-8 when he starts, so that's why there's a little bit of a difference with the records. 4.43 ERA. And Tyler McGill, 0-0 in a year, 2.63 ERA. But the Toronto Blue Jays should be a dog in this one. And when they're a dog, the under is 2-8. And when they're a road dog, 1-9 to the under. So maybe you want to consider the under in this one here today. And your Kogo also agrees with that at 44%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. Tampa Bay Rays, it's a love-hate relationship I have with these guys right now. I picked them to win the American League East Division. In fact, I got them going to the World Series. But I wasn't on their side last night. It was 4-1 for Cleveland, and you got to give credit to those Rays. I tell you, this Tampa Bay team can really hit. They're never, ever out of a game. Now they pick up Cruz yesterday. Man, if you're going to buy a futures ticket, Tampa Bay right now, don't walk, run to your sportsbook, right? 120 is the price here today on Tampa Bay. The over-under set at 9. ATS forecast, computer pick. Gonna lean with Zach Plesac and the Cleveland Indians. 5.49, 4.89. The over-under is set at 10.38. Josh Fleming gonna go here today for the Rays. Now, before we get all worked up and start doing the ticket parade here for a ticker tape parade for the Rays, keep in mind though, when Tampa Bay as a road favorite in the last 10, 3-7 straight up, and as a favorite they're 8-2, so a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde record. So as a favorite, let me repeat that now. So Tampa Bay as a favorite in the last 10, 8-2 straight up, but as a road favorite, 3-7. So pick your poison, see what you like there. Tampa Bay now on a 3-game win streak. St. Louis taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Tyler Mahle going to go here against Wade LeBlanc of the St. Louis Cardinals. Now the Reds a 154 favorite. The over-under is set here at 10. ATS forecast. The computer pick going to lean with the Cards. 5.2 to 3.9. The over-under at 9.21. Mahle, when he starts for the Reds, they're 12-7. The last 2 games for both these teams have gone under the total. And when I look at the stats in this game here today, when the Cincinnati Reds are a favorite, 7-3 straight up, also 7-3 as a home favorite, but 3-7 to the under, and your Kogo is at 58%. And looking at the last 2 games that have gone under, I just don't know if this one here is worth taking a look at the under, but we'll handicap that game more later on. All right, San Diego taking on the Miami Marlins. Good game last night in Miami, and the Padres were able to sneak out of that one with a 3-2 win. In fact, it looked kind of scary there in the late innings, but they managed to get the win. Joe Musgrove going to go up against Zach Thompson today for the Miami Marlins. Now the computer pick going to lean with the Padres here, 6.4 to 4.8. The over-under at 1.53. Look at the over-under at 11.36. And the minus 153 is the price here on San Diego. A little confused my numbers right there. But San Diego on a 3-game win streak. And when I look at today's starting pitcher for Musgrave, he pitched a no-hitter this year, but believe it or not, he's got a losing record of 5-7 with ERA at 3.14. But those San Diego Padres, they're a hot team. As a favorite, 7-3 in the last 10 and 7-3 as a road favorite in their last 10. So maybe it might be a nice little bargain price here today. I had them listed at 174, and you get them at 153. So, but keep in mind, they're playing those scrappy Miami Marlins. All right, big win last night for the Bo Sox. In fact, it was a 5-4 rain delay win. Jordan Montgomery started for the Yankees. Tanner Yount for the Boston Red Sox. Now, Garrett Cole is going to go to the bump here today against Eduardo Rodriguez of the Boston Red Sox. They're 12-6, and Rodriguez starts. Boston now on a 3-game win streak. And looking at the bookmakers line, minus 118 for Boston. 8.5 is the total. Forecast going to lean with the pitcher has been really good lately. In fact, if you watch Garrett Cole's last couple of starts, he's been dominant. They're 10-9 in his starts. When you look at his record on the season, and let me bring up Garrett Cole here. Where is the Boston Red Sox? I got them here listed somewhere. Let me see here. Sorry for this, folks. So I'll just get this in a sec. There we are. 10-4 in the year, 2.63 ERA. And for Eduardo Rodriguez, 7-5, 5.19 ERA. And for the Boston Red Sox, 8-2 as a home favorite this season. They're 7-3 as a favorite in the last 10. So could be a coin flip here today. But looking at the computer pick, going with the Yankees, and the Yankees now 15.45 on the season. Angels taking on the Twinkies. Now, looking at the line of this game, Angels are a favorite here. Alex Cobb up against James Happ, and when Cobb goes for the Angels, they're 10-4 in his starts. The last 3 games for the Halos have gone under the total, and looking at the price here, minus 128, the over-under is 10. 4.97 for Minnesota, 4.34 for the Halos. The over-under is set at 9.31. Your Kogo is at 54%, and looking at Cobb's record on the year, 7-3 ERA at 3.96. And for James Happ, 500 at 5-5, but a bloated ERA of 6.15. Now, Minnesota, as a dog in the last 10, they are 3-7 and 3-7 as a home dog. So even though they lost a tight one yesterday, they're still 3-7, and it's, I'm still not sold on this Minnesota Twin team yet. But I don't know if I can trust. You know what? Halos might be worth a look here on the road. Considering that Minnesota is only winning 30% of their game as a home dog. All right, the game of the night will be in Milwaukee at Miller Park between the Chicago White Sox and the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, Freddie Peralta going to go here for the Brew Crew, and he's up against Lucas Giolito of the Chicago White Sox. Now, folks, keep in mind, Giolito here, 8-6 on the year, 3.90 ERA, and Freddie Peralta, part of the big three over there with Corbin and Woodruff, and 7-3 on the season, 2.39 ERA. But the thing that scares me here for the Chicago White Sox, 1-9 as a road dog in their last 10, and we'll see what happens here today. And in fact, when they're an underdog in their last 10 games, the over is 7-3. But we'll see what happens between Peralta and Giolito. The over-under is 7.5. Maybe the over might be worth a look. And the Kogo is at 37%, so the percentage play does favor the under. But the computer pick also sees an underplay here, favoring the Milwaukee Brewers, 2.87, 2.71, the over-under at 5.58. And I think I will be giving Milwaukee a hard look here today, considering Chicago is 1-9 in their last 10 as a road underdog. Detroit, one of the hottest teams right now in the Bigs, on a 7-game win streak. But they're getting some cupcake games here. They coming off that 7-5 win over Texas, and just so you know, the Texas is our next game, and I'll give you a little hint. The computer doesn't like Texas today. All right, so I know you guys are all like, what's wrong with this computer? Always taking Texas. Just a little heads up. Kansas City minus 118 price here today. The over under at 10.5. ATS forecast computer pick gonna go with the hot team here, Detroit Tigers, 6.15. 5.64 for the Royals, the over-under at 11.79. Chris Bubik going here today for the Royals. He's up against Willie Peralta of the Tigers, and looking at Willie's record so far in the year, what an ERA, 1.64, 3-1 on the season. And for the Kansas City Royals, be careful if you're thinking of giving KC a look here today. 3-7 as a favorite last 10, and also 3-7 as a home favorite. So maybe the Tigers, the one thing with streaks that I always recommend to my clients, once you get to 3, you can talk me in and out of a streak. Once you get to 4, get on the bus, right? Get on the bus, and we'll see what happens here today. All right, here you go. Texas Rangers, I know you guys were waiting for this, right? Against the Houston Astros. Stroh's a big favorite in this one, 215. The over-under set at 9. The ATS forecast computer pick, going to go with the Houston Astros, 5.46, 3.52, the over-under at 8.98. Colby Allard going to go here for the Texas Rangers. He's up against Jake Odorizzi of the Houston Astros, and looking at Allard's record when he goes for the Rangers, they're 1-7 on the season. And let me take a look here. Yeah, so for the Texas Rangers, 1-9 last 10 as a dog and a road dog, where Texas, let me see here, their last 2 games have gone over the total. And Odorizzi, when he goes for Houston, though, however, 4-7 on the year, so not a really great record. The Bucks taking on the Giants. Now, this could be a little bit of a hangover game here because they're coming off that 5-3 win over the Dodgers. In fact, I think they took 3 of 4 to Dodgers, if I'm not mistaken. Minimum 2-2, but I think it's 3-4. Johnny Cueto going to go here up against Chad Kuhl for the Pirates, and looking at the price tag, 164 for San Fran. The over-under set 8.5. ATS forecast computer pick going to go with the Giants, 5.03. 2.68, the over-under set at 7.71, so it does like it to go under the total. And looking at my line on this game, minus 181, so you're getting a bit of a little discount here today on the Giants. And Pittsburgh, 3-7 as a dog the last 10, but 7-3 to the over as an underdog the last 10 games. So I don't know, maybe the over is worth a look. Kogo is at 47%, which I like. It's close to that halfway mark of 50%. But Pittsburgh's last 4 games have all been a loss. Colorado taking on the LA Dodgers. Now the Dodgers losing last night 5-3 against those Giants. David Price up against Chichi Gonzalez today of the Colorado Rockies. Computer pick going to lean with the Dodgers here, 4.2 to 2.2. The over-under at 6.5. And looking at Colorado's last 4 games have gone under the total. And Colorado as a road dog the last 10. Actually, as an underdog, just as an underdog. Colorado, 3-7 to the under in the last 10. Oakland taking on the Seattle Mariners. Big win last night for Chaminade and the Oakland Athletics, 4-1. Now, Frankie Montas going to hope to duplicate that today. He's up against Yusei Kikuchi. Could be another good pitching matchup. I had the under in this game as my 4-star over-under best bet yesterday at the Raymond Report, and hopefully you guys are on top of that. And we got the Mariners winning this one here today, 4.8 to 3.7. The over-under at 8.65. And Seattle's last 3 games I've gone under, but Oakland's last 5 have gone under, and they're now on a 3-game win streak at 56 and 42 on the season. And the chance of winning the percentage play does favor the Mariners. In fact, the Mariners here as an underdog the last 10 times at home, 6-4. So winning 60% of their games as an underdog. But the under is something you might want to consider. Oakland as a road favorite in the last 10. 70% of the games went under the total. All right, there you have it. That is the computer picks here today. Folks, let's get to the favorite part of the show. I know you guys love this. The trends are your friends. And let's see if we have any friends here today in the trends section. The Reds, 11-1 as a 140-160 home favorite playing in the month of July. 91% the last 7 years. Pretty decent right there. Tampa Bay Rays, 10-1 as a pick'em the 120 road favorite, coming off a 1-run win the last 10 years. Wow, doesn't happen very often, but when it does cash in. And let me see if I got any current season stats here. I always love to get those current year stats, right? And let me see if we have any here. We got to go right down to the bottom here. All right, here's one. The New York Mets. Yeah, I do love the under in this one here. 10-1 for the Mets as a home team versus a left-handed starter. Mott's going today for the Blue Jays. So 10-1 to the under for the Mets as a home team as a versus lefties. So that is one you might want to consider. And let's go back up here and see if we can get another good one here before we call it a show. And the Red Sox, 9-1 for the Sox to the under as a pick 'em to 120 home favorite, coming off a game where they allowed 4 runs against the last 6 years. And let's always try to leave on a good note on a current season trend. All right, here we go. Hey, the afternoon one. I do like this one too. The overs, 8-2 for the Arizona Diamondbacks today at Wrigley as an away team, coming off a win in their last game this season. So maybe the over, you think about it, right? They won their last game. They got the offense going a bit, and the wind's blowing out of Wrigley. Might be a good chance to cash in the over right there. All right, folks, don't forget, when you get a membership now at ATSstats.com, not only do you get the Rain Report, all the bells and whistles inside, you also get picks now. That's right. You get the 10-star game of the week, the 5-star best bet, the 4-star over-under, the 2-team parlay which cashed yesterday, the system play of the day, and the upset special underdog play of the day. And that is with your new membership here at ATSstats.com. And if you use promo code FB21, look at the top of the website, you'll see a banner that says flash sale. Use FB, that's F as in Foxtrot, B as in Bravo, 21, and get 20% off your next membership and get today's best bets, 4-star over-unders, and all the picks inside our members area. All right, folks, that was the show today for TGIF Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. And if you did like the show, hit the old thumbs up, and that gives an indication that you guys are you're on board with the show. And hopefully you guys are watching those tips. 30 tips in 30 days, Dog Days of Summer series. Today's tip of the day is sports betting instinct. Can you trust your sports gut? And they say that your sports gut is the second brain. I didn't know that. All right, have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, cheers.